Hello everyone, Steven here with Cardboard Coalition, and today I figured I would bring you a list of the 5 crowdfunded, I was going to say Kickstarter, crowdfunded projects that we still haven't got. All of these projects are somewhere in the 2.5 to 3 year range of just not here, right? Not overdue, but from when you paid to when they came to fruition, when they came to your door. A lot of times, Kickstarter, the dates they have on there are not the dates. And on GameFound, I still haven't found where you see the potential or the proposed dates that you'll get your product. But we all know it usually takes a year and a half. All these are at least a year past that date. All right, so the first one, and we got 2 extras for you at the end, but we'll talk about that at the end. So, forgive the froggy voice. Spring night air and fan going at nighttime does not make good bedfellows. We'll just say that. All right, so the first one we have Frey, the Champions of the Eververse. Now, the reason I ended up backing this was early on in me backing campaigns. And I think at this point we've backed, Resvon and I, 136 campaigns over the last 3 years now. We've been backing Kickstarter campaigns. Almost since we've had this YouTube channel. Maybe a little bit before the YouTube channel, but about right there. All right. So, Frey was right in the beginning. It was a low price. I want to say it was like $69 to get the game. Let's see if they'll show us over here. We got $69, the all inks. I wanted the wolf and the knight. I wanted the whole shebang. For $69, it looked cool. It was a way to get into a battler. It would have been my first battler. This is before I bought any of the unmatched, right? I thought this would be fun. There were dice. You get a battle around a board. There's cool little minis, or I thought they looked cool at the time. This is by Brain Sandwich Games, I believe, if we can figure out where that's at. Brain Sandwich Games. But anyways, I thought it would be really cool. I liked the price point, so we went ahead and backed it. This should have been here a long time ago. There's the Knight and the Wolf. That's really what sold me a long time ago. Estimated delivery August 21st of 2021. As of time of recording, it is April 30th of 2024. So you can do the math on that. But that would be our first one. It looked fun. The art looked fun. For the price, it looked cool. You had all these cool little fighting minis. This is before I even started painting or knew I wanted to paint. You got dice. It looked cool. From what I know from the latest update, it should be almost here. Yeah, see right here? They're showing that they've gotten the boxes. They're getting to where they need to go. It's not stuck in manufacturing or development or any of that. All right, so that was Frey. The next one we have is Freedom 5. This was fairly early on, too, when I was backing games. This is one of the big money backers, I think, that I did. And I was a little worried about it. And this was before I started painting. I went for the all-in. And I went with pre-painted miniatures because I didn't know if I'd be able to paint miniatures. I've learned that painting is just really a process and anyone can do it. Hence, I can do it. Anyways, this one, why am I blanking? I'm blanking on all the publishers' names. This is a big publisher. Arcane Studios. I think it's Arcane Studios. I haven't backed anything from them since because of Frey. But why Frey? Because the game looked really cool to me. I mean, I did that's all in standees. There's all in gameplay is $169. All in hero plus cosmic bundle. And then I did this one. I did $269 because I was like, go ahead and paint everything. Paint will be so cool. We'll see when we get them. But this one also is another one. It was supposed to have arrived on my door, at least by their estimated time, November 21st. Time recording, April 30th. But as you can see with the art, it was really cool art. It was a comic book world. From what it looks like in some ways like Marvel United. So everyone fights against a villain in the city. Let's see if we can find a picture of the gameplay or of the board setup. You have cards you play and dice you play, and you're all working together to fight a villain. So it looked really cool to me. But has it come yet? Maybe it'll get here. What's the latest update? Tell us on this one. It's the timeline from the factory. Is a push in the timeline, so it's taking even longer. It took even longer. Arcane Wonders, there's the studio. It's taking even longer, but it's supposed to be on track to get to us. Now, the next one, there might be a collective groan in everyone watching this one, but the next one is Chait for 2. I backed this one, and at this point, I started, even with Freedom 5, I started doing some of that research. Look at who's making the game, see if they're a reputable game developer. At this point, I think it's Chai Tea on the High Seas or something like that. It's their original game. They had just gotten it out when they put out Chai Tea for 2, right? I don't know if they're telling us in July of 2024 we're going to get it, but we'll see. So I ended up backing it. Resvon likes Tea. I thought she would get a kick out of this game. Got the first one got great reviews. This one was getting good reviews. It was supposed to be here in February 2022 was their estimated time, right? You guys, you heard the date, so it's not here yet. But it had all these cool little things, dice rolling and trying to collect up resources and stuff I thought Resvon really liked. So we backed it. Has it gotten here yet? Meh. People like this Tantrum House, you'll get why can't I think of it right now? Dice Tower, Board Game Co., Quack and Elope. They all will do these videos like, this game is so awesome, you should get it, it's awesome. And I get why they do it, because they get paid money to do it. But then when the game doesn't come, or it takes a long time for it to come, it frustrates people. I think Alex over at Board Game Co. is usually pretty good about explaining how there's been issues, or at least mentioning it, but you know. So this one got had good reviews, and we backed it, and we're waiting for it to come, right? We'll see what happens there. It's supposed to be on its way. What's the latest update? Ongoing production post Essen. So they got to go to Essen. They got to show it off to everyone, right? But it's still taking a long time. All right. Crazy cartoon, sorry. The next one, this is one I'm super, super sad about, is Ancient Blood, Order of the Vampire. So I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can't because it's way up high. I don't think you can, way up here. Oh God, what is it? Dark Rituals. And then it says something in Latin or quasi-Latin. I forget what it's called. Really liked the game. Loved the miniatures. So when this one came out, I was like, vampires are cool. So I backed it. It's kind of a dungeon crawler. You're fighting a bunch of vampires. Kind of your normal dungeon crawler thing. But your heroes looked a little different than your other heroes. So went ahead and backed it. I'm bad. I do all in all the time. Yeah, there you go. So the fifth one that we have on here, and this is just in order of when they funded, and I have them on my list. I think there's a little shift in time of estimated time and how late they actually are based on estimated time. So just have that, keep that in mind. So Crafty Games, right? Tabriz, last update. This is still supposed to be coming, but it's well behind too. Let's see if we go. Oh, this is Game Found. This is where you're not going to see the date that they're supposed to get it to you. Right, so it won Spiel des Jahres in 2022. So it won that 2 years ago. You know, all right. So this looked good. The theme I thought Resvon would like. These boards kind of remind me of the North Kingdom, the West Kingdom, North Seas, and now South Tigris. When this came out, I don't believe the first South Tigris had come out, but it gave me those vibes. And I thought Resvon would like it because of the theme, right? She knew the big market, what it was. So we ended up backing it. Still waiting. So those are 5 games. And like I said, all of them are between 3 and 2.5 years past when we were supposed to get them. But there are some that never came at all. And they're not going to, from everything I can tell. And those ones are Tiles of Arabian Nights. Right, this was another one, Holy Grail Games. This was a company that had a following. People knew it. They put out games, but unlucky Steven and all the other backers, when I backed this one, it ended up not happening. The company went under. They sold the rights. And then the thing that was really frustrating with a lot of people is the company went under right after production was done. So, or not right after, but production was finished. if I remember right, this might have been the one where they had a whole bunch in storage for a long, long time, right? It was just sitting in storage, and they couldn't move it because they needed money because the whole company was going under. So this one is not getting to us. You were supposed to get a hold of a French company. I requested a refund. They sent me back a thing, fill all this out in French, and it was a French form, fill it all out, and get it back to us in the next 2 days. I told them I don't speak French. And they were like, basically kind of find someone who does. They didn't care. So we never got our money back. This never happened. The thing that's frustrating is those games are floating out there somewhere, right? And someone will probably go around and sell them at some point, and that'll be really frustrating. But the other one, this one was kind of frustrating to me because I held back on it, was Heroes of the Pacific Battle for Guadalcanal, right? It's Marines. I'm not necessarily into World War II, but it's Marines. It's a fighting game. It looked fun. This is War Pigs, Devil Pig Games. Devil Pig Games, they put stuff out there. They should have been okay. They weren't. Now with this one, I've heard some rumblings that it might be put out by someone else. Who knows? Another one that should be on this list, I don't know why it isn't. I must have passed it. Now I think about it. Not that it's not showing up, but Hell the Last Saga that got picked up by Simon. But this one might get picked up by someone. Maybe they'll offer it to the people who paid, or hey, pay us shipping and we'll get it to you. That would be actually build a lot of faith in whatever that company is. But this one's just not coming. So there's 5 games that haven't come yet. All those are supposed to come. And then 2 games that just aren't going to come, with one possibility maybe. Why do I talk to you guys about this? You guys probably kickstart, or you play games, thought about kickstarting. Know that to some extent it's a gamble. But out of this, that's, like I said, 5 games that will come. They're just kind of delayed. And 2 games that aren't going to come out of 136. And this is beyond like your normal, everyone jokes and they know if it says it's going to be a year and a half, add 6 more months at least to that. Simon's notorious for that one. And we back a lot of Simon games. But then you have ones like Garfield Games. The date that they tell you you're going to get it, you're going to get it on that date or before. There's one other company I can't think. I want to say it's Flat Out Games. They're the same way. There's a couple companies that they'll get you your stuff almost early. You know, they don't mess around. But know when you're backing Kickstarters that it could take forever. It could not happen. Do you get your money back? Only if the company decides. So back responsibly, I guess, as people would say. I don't know if I'd necessarily say don't back on crowdfunding, but yeah, back with caution, right? So hopefully you guys enjoyed me kind of talking about it. Thanks for getting through the froggy voice. It feels like it's gotten worse as I've been talking nonstop. But I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.